Hello everyone and welcome back to this video. I'm Mr. Chang from the English department, and today we are going to go over the answers for the proofreading exercise 2002. Alright, let's start with question 81 and then move on to the sample answers and all the way to question 95. But before we do that, I want you to take out a red pen or any pen of any color to write down all the explanations that I've gone through in the video and the correct answer, which will help you improve your English and clarify any misconception you have about any grammar items that you have learned in junior and senior form. Let's begin. Question 81. Dear Sandy, thanks very much for your latest letter. This is actually an item we covered a few weeks ago. Which is a fixed sentence structure. Thanks very much for you can thank someone for their souvenir, for their letter, for their email, for your phone call, for your present. Thanks very much for the talk. Thanks very much for the teaching. Whatever. But you need the adjective for because it is part of the sentence structure, okay? Alright, 82. I'm so glad to hear that you've managed to organizing. This is a to infinitive era. Again, if you don't remember, in English, if you use two verbs together, the first verb, of course, you have to change the tense. But the second verb, you need to use to infinitive, bad infinitive, or gerund, depending on what the first verb is. And in junior form, you should have learned that after manage, you should use bare infinitive. Okay? I'm really looking forward to seeing you and your family again and have already started planning that we can do together. So you're missing something here, I guess. You can say start planning things that we can do together, activities that we can do together, but you need something, you know. Let's also explain the example answers they've given to us, A, B, C, and D, so we can learn more. Let's move on to B, okay? However, you shouldn't have any problems getting to our flats, okay? 你應該咧嚟我哋嘅屋企咧應該冇問題嘅。You shouldn't have any problems, and then you just use ing form, gerund, present participle directly, okay? Have problems, ing. This is a fixed expression. Let me write here so that you can write down. Have problems, and then ing. Have problems getting to our flat. If you have problems opening this email, let me know. If you have problems doing this homework, let me know. If you have problems finishing this assignment, let me know. This is a fixed expression which you should remember. C, as you knew, so you know that the tense is wrong. It's not new, it's no, because, you know, as you know, 我哋都知啦. This is usually used in present tense. You don't use it in past tense really. It's a sentence structure problem. D is it's very big, but it's very easy to find way around. Way is a noun, right? Way is a noun. Usually, before a noun, we need to use a article, a and the, or modifying word. A word that modifies the word. Okay, so it can be your way. Actually, let's just call it determine. Maybe determine is more accurate. For example, you know, your this, your way around, this way around, whatever. Okay, let's move on. 84. The arrival's hall is in the ground floor. So this is a preposition problem on the ground floor. If you want something to eat or drink when you arrive, you can find several cafes in the arrival's hall, or you can take up the lift. This is a phrasal verb problem. Take up is not used this way. Usually you take up, for example, you take up the challenge. 你接受個挑戰 You take up the responsibility. 你接受嗰個責，你願意去承擔呢個責任。So take up means 去接受或者承擔。Here you take the lift up lift. So you don't need to say up. You just say take the lift to the first floor where they have some larger restaurants. Let me repeat again. Again and again. Where is a relative pronoun which needs to be used with subject and verb. Here is okay because where they have some larger restaurants, subject yes, verb yes. However, the problem is with they have. Again, as I mentioned again and again and again, not they have. It should be there is or there are or there was or there were, whatever. So I don't mind explaining again and again and again. If you keep making the same mistake, then I think it's my job to explain it. This sentence structure, there plus be. You can say there is, there are, there was, there were, or there has been, or there have been, but never there have. Because have is not a form of be. Okay, I hope I make myself clear. Okay, next line. I recommend taking the train to Hong Kong Island. Remember, get a return ticket. This is a to infinitive problem. After remember, you need to use a to infinitive. Remember to get a return ticket. 88. This will still be being valid. Please delete the verb being. Why? Because you are not emphasizing the length of something. You are just saying this will still be valid. You are stating a fact. When you state a fact, you don't use the continuous tense. You use the simple tense. Let me repeat. Use simple tense to state facts. Alright? Use simple tense to state facts. Okay? The earth is round. The sky is blue. You don't say the sky is being blue, right? Unless you are emphasizing the it's an ongoing action. 89. You're not allowed to take the trolleys onto the train, but the staff very helpful. The staff very helpful. Subject, verb, object. What is missing? The verb is missing. Staff can be singular, can be plural. So you can say is or are because staff is plural. Or maybe let me start a new box because it's a common mistake made by Hong Kong students all the time. Alright, there is no staffs because staff is uncountable. Alright, staff is uncountable. Staff can be either singular or plural. So you can say this staff is annoying. That means 呢一個員工好煩啊。Or the staff are very polite. That means 嗰啲員工啊 more than one 好有禮貌。Okay. Next one is correct. The train is very comfortable and the views of over island are wonderful. Now, every time you see there are two prepositions together, you know that there's some problem. Of and over cannot be used together. You can say the views of Lantau. You can say the views over Lantau. both okay. So my instruction is delete either one. Okay. Next one. Make sure you get off at Hong Kong Station, which is the final stop when you. I think this is fine. When you've gone through the ticket machine, don't forget to put your ticket in somewhere safe. Delete the word in. This is something else you need to remember. Just like remember, before somewhere, or actually any other somewhere, somewhere, somewhat, somehow, no preposition. Okay. I'm going to type this again. Okay. Before every, no preposition. Before next, no preposition. These two, the last two, we already covered in previous lessons, and I hope you remember that already. Today, remember, before somewhere, or somewhat, or somehow, no preposition. Just remember that. 94. The easiest way to get to our flat from there is by taxi. It shouldn't be cost more than $50. After shouldn't, you need a verb, right? But be is a verb. Cost is also a verb. So you just need to delete either one. Okay? And last one, if you have any problems, just call me on my mobile phone. Have a safe journey. I think this is fine. Alright, let's recap what we have done today. So today we have covered actually most of the things we covered before. Thanks very much for this we covered a few weeks ago. Managed to organize this to infinitive problem. And then yeah. Have problems ing, to infinitive, gerund. You learned this in junior form already. Article problem, preposition problem, sentence structure. There is, there are. Okay, never use there have unless you say there have been. Okay. Phrasal verb problem, another, to infinitive gerund problem. The only really new things you learned today is probably countable and countable nouns, which we have never come across before, or another new thing. Before somewhere, you don't say in somewhere, you should say somewhere. Okay. So anyway, I hope you have learned something today, and if you have any questions or if you have any alternative answers which you think are also correct, feel free to ask your English teacher. Okay? See you next time.